Are JPEGs straight from the Fujifilm camera good enough? In a world where everyone is obsessed with editing their RAW files to get those Instagram bangers, can we be satisfied with a simple, unedited JPEG file? In this street photography session, I'm at Southend on Sea with the Fujifilm X100v combined with an Ultramax 400 film simulation. And this might just be one of my favorite recipes I've ever used on this camera so far. I'll leave this recipe details on screen now and in the description for you to check it out and try it for yourself.
Nah, you're alright.
The first thing you might be able to notice between the JPEGs and my RAW files is that the JPEGs have a much more harsh black and white shadow and highlight contrast. I definitely lift the shadows a little bit in my edits. I'm loving this bronze, chrome, golden kind of tone that the JPEGs are providing on this car. I definitely do prefer the JPEGs over my own edits on this one.
Trying to avoid my shadow. That's nice actually. I like this. The columns here and that framing the car slightly, so cool. That's nice. Golden. I like that. It's very nice. Hang about it. Is it good now?
You'll see with a few photos, including this one on screen, that I actually underexposed it. So my exposure compensation was down 1 or 2 stops, which means that the RAW files kind of saved the day here. So a few photos in here might be underexposed. That's just me being rubbish with the camera. So yeah, you can't get it perfect all the time. But that's why I do like to shoot JPEGs and RAWs. So if you do mess up a JPEG, you can always rely on the RAW. So obviously there's a major difference between these JPEGs and my RAW edits, especially on the colourful scenes. When I see a lot of colour, I like to bring that out in the image. But these JPEGs kind of hold back the colour a little bit. They kind of restrict the highlights and the shadows and what colours are popping off, whereas obviously when you edit a raw file, you can do whatever you want to the colours. But let me know in the comments below, do you prefer what the JPEGs are looking like here or my raw edits? When I was editing these raw files, I did try and do something completely different to the JPEGs, just so there was an obvious side-by-side comparison. There's no point in me editing raw files the same as the JPEGs, that would defeat the purpose.
What a moment.
I think it goes without saying that these JPEGs are definitely good enough, and if you was travelling light and you wanted an easy day out, the X100v is the perfect camera for that, and the whole process is made so much more enjoyable by the fact that you can just use JPEGs. When I'm out shooting on an easy day and I'm not filming YouTube videos, I'm not doing POV stuff like this, I just throw a Portrait 400 recipe on, a Kodachrome recipe, the Ultramax recipe, any of those, they all look great, and I just have an easy day of shooting. And I think that shows in these photos.
Swatch out. This is funny. A couple of heads. It's just kind of funny. Just a few heads popping up. You've seen it? A couple of ways we can shoot this, I think. Oh, my shadow. They've been friends for 50 years, haven't they?
I don't know if you've noticed in the video, but a lot of the time I'm kind of dancing around my own shadow, especially with these long shadows here with the low light. I kind of have to reach over myself to get the shot, but that's just the fun of street photography, right? You'll see here that we've walked back round to a location we was at earlier. This Olympia building looks great. The red, the white, the orange, the blue sky. It's a nice combination of colours, and it goes to show the difference in time of day as well. The light earlier on was nice, but the light now is much nicer. Those pastel colours of sunset are really shining. One of the fascinating things about filming these videos is watching the footage back and seeing photo moments that I missed, because obviously at that time in real life my attention was drawn to something else. For example, these rollerbladers on screen, that was what I was trying to get a photo of, when I'm sure there are other things happening around me that I missed. But you can't get everything. That's street photography, right? We all look at different scenes differently from different perspectives. So I always find it interesting when I watch back the footage and I'm like, Mike, you just missed 4 or 5 cool moments because I was too busy taking a photo of something else. So leave a comment down below. Have you spotted anything in this video that I missed for a good photo? If you enjoyed this video, then check out this playlist right here, which is all of my Fujifilm JPEG videos. I hope you enjoy.